that you talk about the mind-body connection and also the gut-brain connection. So what does that have to do with resilience, and how can we build our resilience by what we eat?
I love this question. So the mind-body connection is always in action. And you, to me, are a real personification of the mind-body connection, right? It's like getting out of your head and into your body, finding that strength in your body and the connection. So when you do better, so if you move and exercise, if you rest and sleep, you feel better. And we have the mind-body connection all day, every day. Just some of us are more aware of it than others, but we can all kind of consciously create a healthier and stronger mind-body connection. As far as the gut-brain connection goes, that is just another form or another variation of the mind-body connection. And when we think about the gut-brain connection, there is an ecosystem of healthy bacteria in the gut called the microbiome. And these are healthy bacteria. They live in our guts, and they help regulate all sorts of things like mood and immunity and stress and resilience. And in fact, most recently, just May of 2020, there was a new entity discovered. It's really cutting edge research, and it's called the psychobiome. And what that is bacteria in the gut, healthy bacteria in the gut, that their sole role is to manage mood, stress, and resilience.
Wow.
So it's called the psychobiome. It's very interesting and very new and an emerging science. And so there's lots of ways to help strengthen and support the microbiome and the psychobiome. And so some very simple ways is to protect our sleep. Sleep is really important for the gut-brain connection, for immunity, for lots of things, emotional processing, especially now during difficult times. Another way, the question that you asked, are there things that we can eat to strengthen our gut-brain connection?
Right.
Absolutely. Staying well hydrated, aiming for a plant-based fruit and vegetable diet. Lots of fruits and vegetables can help strengthen our gut-brain connection because it helps strengthen our microbiome and our psychobiome. And eating some probiotic foods. So, a forkful of sauerkraut every day, some yogurt, kimchi, kombucha. There's so many foods that are fermented foods that help us in terms of strengthening that gut bacteria. In turn, it can actually impact our mood, impact our stress levels, our sleep, and our resilience.
My husband has recently gone through some anxiety spells, and what's really interesting is it hasn't been brought on really. He doesn't notice it at first mentally, or he doesn't really even notice it really in his body in being anxious. He notices it in his stomach. And it's really interesting because it's like it shuts his stomach off completely. He'll start to feel sick to his stomach. And then all of a sudden he's in kind of this state of anxiety. And so, I was thinking, is it the anxiety that's shutting his stomach down? But now that you're talking about this psychobiome, or is it the stomach, right? That's then creating a shift in your mood. And that's what's creating the anxiety. Sorry, I'm choking over here, but I'll just say that again, just that, yeah. So is it your brain that's shutting your stomach down, or is it your stomach that could actually be shutting your brain down?
I love this question. The gut, what I would say is it's your brain, the brain in our heads, and it's also our brain because our gut is our second brain. We have 3 to 5 times more serotonin receptors in our guts than in our brains. So in fact, when we talk about what is the true brain of the human body, is it up there in our heads or is it in our guts? And so that, all of those colloquial expressions, right? Like it's a gut feeling. I felt it in my gut, your gut instinct, all of these things that we say all the time, that is the gut-brain connection in action. And so when we know that serotonin, and we know about serotonin, that's a neurotransmitter. So it's a chemical that's often secreted in the brain, and a lot of the medications like SSRIs, Prozac and other medications, that's a class of medications that work specifically on serotonin reuptake. We know that serotonin, there's 3 to 5 times more receptors of serotonin in our guts than in our brains. All the more reason why the psychobiome is so important. and strengthening the microbiome and psychobiome can have a tremendous impact on our mood. We don't think about that usually. We just think like, our gut is digestion and that's it. But our gut is involved in so many things. It's involved in immunity, which is really important right now. Mm-hmm. It's really important for mood and stress, for so many factors that we don't even really recognize it for. So it is truly our second brain.
I realize that when I'm stressed out, I tend to look at, okay, why am I feeling this way? And a lot of times it comes down to not eating enough or not eating the right food, more than anything. And it really is amazing how the two are connected, because you could have a really bad day and you think it's everything else that's going on in the world. And really it's because you didn't eat enough or you didn't eat the right thing.
Yeah.